200 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop.
Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
Here we go, son.
52, Mike 52. I got him.
No, lady.
Watch out.
On first down, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Chance, lady. Check 52. Motion.
They'll run here with the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Watch tight end. Hey, we are.
Lady. Back.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Hey.
54 Mike. All day, every day.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Rosen looking to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, let's get in. Hey, Mike 7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, D. Middle.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Check out loud. Hot, hot. Young lady. 552.
On 2nd and 1, Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
52. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Watch the ship.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. 57. 180. Here we go.
On first down, here's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
80. Mike 5-4, Go, go. Bring it. Bring it. Yes.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a... He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Again, 4 yards. First down, New York.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check pass. Motion, pop.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Single receiver. Hey, single receiver.
Second and 9. At the 39-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Jerome Baker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
It's a foot race. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold under pressure again, and down he goes again. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Stay with your man. Slip. Go, lady.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's looking, and this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hug. 80. Crash.
Rosen will throw. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup of 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Elliott good with a PAT, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw is Darnold, and that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Monday. Rush in. 36.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. He was looking for Parker that time. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Y'all not ready. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Alert 3.
Here's Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the lock.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, orbit. Check.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. After the sack on first down, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 41-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want...
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Breida, and an alley to run. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Jets have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Now Rosen on first down. That one complete to Anderson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Quarter. Monday. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, it's Rosen. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Running over the middle by Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm here all day.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he's got it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 30 on second down, Darnold. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Third and 2, Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Darnold now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a first and 10 here.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the slats, watch the slats. Hey, exit.
Here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put that team on the box. 52's the mark, boys. 52. And I'm coming out this time.
Now Darnold. On under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now it's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
No, 80. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike's 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tighten up, tighten up. Monday.
After the interception, here's Rosen. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out,
and this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Devontae Parker. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
and frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Darnold on first down. Newton's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back to throw, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Darnold, he lost the football. Well, this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches. Under pressure, they got him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll give this to Bell running right. Oh, it breaks another. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Darnold down to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 31, check 31.
They snap it, they're going for it. Here's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Check. Crunch. 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 No. Off. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They run with Breida. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Kill.
They run again with Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
I'm coming.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Lady. 52's the mic, boy. 52. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down. back at his own 6-yard line. Shaq Lawson in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey.